Today's Sunday, it's the 4th of May 2025, and we're in Camp de Mar. Come here for a walk. It's a bit breezy yet again. And well, we're starting at the far end of Camp de Mar, and that's about parking. I'll tell you about that as we move on. And with the wind, we've also got the seas, which are looking quite rough down there, a little bit splashy. But we're not going for a swim, we're going for a walk, and hopefully when we're down there, it might be a little bit less exposed. Beautiful views there, nice boat in the distance. Oh, I just met a lovely couple from Essex, from Burnham. And
on the Crouch, was it? Was it?
Near to Southend, yeah. We're going down to have a little walk down below, but just going to tell you about the parking situation. So there's several car parks here in Camp de Mar, and well, during the winter time we never have an issue with parking. We just park almost anywhere, but a huge car park by the golf club, and that was packed. There's a couple of other car parks a little bit further down near the front, and they were full too. So we actually drove just around a little bit, and we've parked at the area where we normally finish the video, or we normally come up the steps. We don't normally come down these steps, but there's plenty of parking at this end, so not really that much of an issue. It just was at the other end. Anyway, good place to start because we get to see this ferocious sea. Well, fairly ferocious. It's a bit busy, isn't it, down here? A bit busy, the sea is, that is. And watch and listen to the waves coming in and crashing against the beach. And it is quite windy here, so as we move along we'll have to see what it's like. But yeah, definitely getting some crashing waves. I might try and catch some photos of those. Rock there. Anita's found a little bit of a place where there's a little bit less wind, but down the steps now. Yeah, it's not very wheelchair friendly or pushchair friendly. But a lovely, beautiful, one of my favourite areas as far as the coastline's concerned. It's incredibly windy as well, so. What time is it? It's 1:45 in the afternoon. Lots of steps here, but they've got a nice new shiny rail. Few people down below sunbathing, and I'm guessing that they are out of the wind down there, so we'll be feeling fine.
Just need to tell you some exciting news.
Oh, what's happened? What's happened? Have I missed out on something?
No, it's you.
Oh,
you.
Oh, right.
Looking in my diary, this time last year, Steve was 123 kilos.
Wow.
So we were really happy that he lost them already. And look at him now. Shadow of a man.
I'm disappearing.
Doing so well.
Well, there's a nice bench here. I think it's out of the sun and it's out of the breeze. I might just have a moment's view. And why don't you join us? So Anita says she's just missing a cup of coffee or a glass of wine.
What is that ship? Did you see what it was?
I didn't.
Like one of the tall ships.
Yeah, but it's only a single mast, so it's not a huge one. But looking at the boats out there, they're really bobbling around. I'm glad I'm not on one.
Good day for drying all the washing, this is.
We'll continue our walk now. Multicoloured bench.
A lot of seaweed.
I was just thinking there's a lot of seaweed. I mean, there's piles of it there that may be new, but maybe they've just never got rid of the seaweed from the winter time.
El agua está con muchas algas. ¿No lo ves?
It's a tiny little beach here. The main beach is a bit further round. One of the big hotels here.
There's people staying in the HB hotels.
I'm not sure, I don't know the names of the hotels very well. There's some beds here.
So I can't believe we met that lady in Andratch with the same parasol as mine.
Well, she went to the same shop zone, yeah. Get a bit close to the sea. Try not to get my feet wet. And these are the newer parasols that we see more and more of now around the island. It's the path we just walked down. Just getting a little bit of sea spray, it's not too bad. It's one of the little jetties that would normally take you out to the boats, but it's not actually complete, and would be very unsafe, I think, to be using that today. And there's the restaurant on the island, still on our to-do list. I'm sure we'll get there one day. Really sharp rocks here. You see there's nobody on it. It's because it's very difficult to walk on. There's the hotel. Where's Anita gone? She didn't come round with me. There she is. She found a bench in the shade. Seagull there just managed to glide in the wind. It doesn't need to do anything, just the wind powered.
Cool, look at the beach there, how busy it is. The restaurant.
Yeah.
Weeks in advance to go there.
We were talking to Angela about we didn't come here with Angela, but we were talking to Angela about it. And she'd also seen the Pierce Brosnan film, The Long Way Down, which is filmed quite a lot in this particular resort and at that particular restaurant on the island there. And that's pretty much the main shopping street. There are very few shops here. I think we might miss those today if we're lucky. I know Anita likes them. Just wondering whether this beach is a little bit calmer. It's not, certainly here, you can see there's very few waves here. It's, the wind is blowing right against my back. There is a green flag which tells us it's safe for swimming, and there is a lifeguard on duty keeping an eye on things.
Take a picture of this for Selena.
Alright, I'll take a photo of the island as well. And the beach.
Never seen that open up there.
And this beach does have an Eroski supermarket right on the beach. Perfect positioning for those who need to get some supplies. Just a big pile of seaweed on this side. It's just this last weekend, the temperatures seem to have shot up. It's not settled down completely, but the temperatures certainly have gone up. We're expecting a cold day, I think, on Tuesday. The temperature will dip a little bit. We'll see if that actually materialises. Not only have we got the supermarket here, but we've got a toys shop where you can rent things that go on the water. Get your paddleboard, wetsuits here as well if you want to go something a little bit more adventurous. We've got more of the beach shops open now. Last time we came, hats and beach toys, there's buckets and spades, all those sorts of things here. And the all-important ice cream. Cat door. Many of the beaches on the island now have got facilities for disabled, so starting with the boards that help you to get down to the water. So we've got the wooden boards here, and then we've got some different machines to help people to get into the sea, and walking sticks are available as well. This beach has got its own public toilets, which I believe are free, whereas in other areas you could pay 50 cents or €1. This will tell you about the ultraviolets actually provided by one of the cancer associations here. Charging points. Did have a defibrillator, that's gone. And this is actually provided by this cancer support group. And the one that we used to see in Soller, Puerto de Soller, has actually gone completely, so they've taken it away. But there are in various places those wooden areas. And this is where the Torrent comes out to the sea, and it's now been filled in. I think if you look at one of our previous videos, there's a bit of a gully there, because that's where the water would come down from the hills and into the sea, and it just washes the sand away. Much busier. Remember, today is Sunday, so not only have you got the tourists that are here, but the locals who are taking a break and taking the opportunity to come down to the beach because it's Sunday. So children as well. But it'll be back to work, back to school for them tomorrow, and the beach will probably be quite a lot quieter. One of these walkways to help you get down to the beach, and a little shower for your feet. Get your feet washed off. This one doesn't get all the way down to the sea though. There's a little children's play area park here.
Puts you off going somewhere, doesn't it?
What's?
The music.
Music, yeah. Just going past the bar there, and it's horrible beaty music. Somebody must like it, but it certainly isn't me. This is the H10 Boutique Hotel.
That's where they said they were staying in H10.
Maybe. Urbano Mar. We did actually have lunch up there once. Brilliant views over the beach. Might be a bit breezy up there today. And this is the Comida Mediterranean Camp de Mar, Restaurante Beach Club. It's the hotel. We're going to make our way back right now. We haven't managed to get out of the wind all the walk along. No. It's just a strong wind, and you just can't get out of it.
Yes, it wasn't windy yesterday, was it? It seemed to have gone.
Yesterday, Saturday and Sunday, we've both had a haze over the whole of the island. Haze, I think, being brought up from the Sahara with the dust that was blown through.
My car is absolutely filthy.
So yeah, cars and everywhere covered in sort of a sandy, muddy colour. So there's that noise again coming from the bar. So yeah, so the cars need washing again. You see how busy the bars are now. Didn't have the camera in that direction before, but all pretty busy now.
We have a coffee, need to go inside somewhere.
Do you want to go up to our usual Don Quixote?
Yeah.
Walk up on that side, I think.
That was very busy, actually.
Did it? I didn't notice as we were driving past. This is the Torrent that I was talking about, where the water comes down from the hills and drains off into the sea. Well, there's not much water coming off from the hills anymore because well, it hasn't rained for a while, or at least not where we are. So they dry up. So we're going to walk down this way and see what we can see. A few shops down here as well, sort of beach shops. And as soon as you get out of the wind, it quietens down a lot, and temperature goes up a lot. Just feels a lot warmer. So here are a few more little shops and cafes, ice cream parlours, dude shoes.
Mamá, mira esta.
I'll talk about the Torrent. That's what it looks like a little bit further up. It's absolutely dry, and because they're dry, people sort of forget about them, and they do sometimes get neglected. And well, you can see some branches falling in there. They might break off and just fall in. Other things fall in. People throw rubbish in sometimes, and it all piles up. And what it does is it forms a dam. And so when the water comes rushing down from the mountains and it reaches one of these dams, and there might be some more trees and wood and branches and leaves and things that have been brought down, which adds to the dam, and then it builds up behind, and then we get floods behind. The dam breaks, and then we have big problems further down. So that's what we call the torrentes. Actually, if you look down there, the Torrente suddenly becomes an overgrown grassy area. So where the mud's been deposited and the plants have grown, and now that would cause a blockage. The water can't go down here. And if they don't clear that away, it could cause a problem in the future. I'm guessing that's on the list of the ayuntamiento in this area, which is Andrach. This isn't Calvia, this is the Andrach area. Car park we quite often use is across the road there. We did have a look, absolutely packed. Yeah, some nice foodie smells. We've got a medical centre and a pharmacy here, right next to each other. And the Star Indian restaurant. Now that's one we've certainly not tried. I didn't even know about this one. Star Indian restaurant. Yeah. It says Star Indian, and then underneath it says Restaurant Pizzeria. Very nice. They like to mix things here. We can have a curried pizza. Across the road there, we've got the Villa Real Club Apartments. Just doing some work on this little park area here. Someone asked, where are we on all these videos? So, where are we? There's Mallorca. This is Palma. This is the airport, and we are all the way around here. This is Camp de Mar. Yeah, so there's Port Andratx, where we were the other day, Costa de la Calma, and then we've got El Toro and Magaluf, Palma over here. Santani is where we were yesterday. Santani's right on the other side of the island. So we had this big long drive all the way across. Well, we're going to go and have a look to see if we can actually get in just for a cold drink or a hot drink or just some sort of drink at the Maison El Quixote. Let's keep an eye on, see what the work does. I think probably next time we come, that work might be finished there. And I know we do get comments that they're not working on it today. It's Sunday, people do have a day off. And Anita said Maison El Quixote looking pretty busy, and we might not be able to find a table. Well, we can go and have a look. Well, we stopped off at Maison El Quixote, and we managed to get a drink and a table just in the corner here, but it's pretty busy. And well, Anita's on the coffee, but I've succumbed again. Another cool drink. Cheers, darling. Nice cool beer. Oh, that's nice. Well, we were actually quite lucky to get in there. We managed to get a table, and yeah, they were turning people away as we were sitting there. So we've liberated that table, and now they can actually get somebody else. We paid €3.90 for all.
Always get well treated there.
Yeah.
Eat there, don't we, one day?
Cafe con leche and a small beer.
We have eaten there, haven't we?
We have eaten there many times, yeah. In fact, when Anita goes away, it's one of the places I sometimes go to. Have a little Pepito de Lomo or something. I'm going to quickly turn the camera around and we'll carry on. There's the pharmacy down there, and there's the hotels, and the little shopping street over there.
Shall we go back along the front of those steps?
We can do, yeah. So 2 ways to go. We could go down and then along the front, or we can walk up this rather boring hill with no shops. And well, there's a few cafes and restaurants up there, which will be, I'm sure, a lot quieter than the places on the front.
Might not be windy anymore.
Might not be. But yeah, I'm sure Anita wants just to have a quick look at these shops down here, don't you, dear? This is the Grupo Hotel Playa, Camp de Mar, 4 stars. And this is where you get the taxi. And this is where the coaches drop people off who are coming to stay at the hotels here. On the other side, it's the Alua Grand Camp de Mar, the 4-star hotel. So 2 really quite big hotels just right on the front here. And the shops that Anita does quite like the look of. And Anita sporting a dress today because it's getting warmer.
Pardon?
I'm just saying you're sporting a dress today because it's getting a little bit warmer.
First day. Why those shoes? Why those shoes?
Wow. They're a bit colourful, but whew. I think all of the shops along here are perhaps owned by the same people. I don't know. Seem to have very similar stock. It's a beautiful view down to the sea, isn't it? Really nice. All of these things are actually by Milena. Milena being Anita's sister, but a different Milena. Some items on special offer. These are really useful beach shoes. So we both have those. I'm guessing we are going to be getting down to the beach very soon. I was just trying to work out when we went to the beach last year for the first time, and it certainly wasn't this early. I think it might be another month. You never know. Use one of the most expensive products you can find on the island, I think, is suntan lotion. Ranging from about €9 for a tiny bottle to €17 for a bigger bottle. And the sun at 22, €23. Really is a very expensive commodity. Such an important thing here is the sun is so powerful and so damaging. You need to be very careful. Oh, that's where you can get your cruise boat. I'm sure they're running today. It's very, very windy. Very choppy out there still. This must be one of the most beautiful views. Sheer rock cliff faces on both sides here, and then the beautiful sea, which is being a little bit turbulent today. Yeah, the paddleboarder battling the waves. He's actually only just bobbling around. Rather him than me. And then people in the pool over there. Cyclists going along the promenade here, they're not going to get very far without coming to the steps. It gets much more difficult.
Than ever now.
It does, doesn't it? The other place just along the coast from here that we like to go to when the sea's like this is Costa de la Calma. We like to go when it's not so calma. But actually, even though it's rough, the sea's got a lovely colour to it, a lovely blue. When I look at the statistics on YouTube, 70% of the people who watch our videos watch them on a TV. So they're watching them on a much bigger screen than a smartphone or a tablet or even a computer. Yeah. Sunk or sailed, the big boat is gone. Really big waves coming in now.
It was to building modelling on there, remember?
Yeah. Yeah, so yes, we've seen models and doing the photographs on that concrete jetty. There used to be another concrete jetty here that got removed. I don't think anybody really knows why. Quite often you see people sunbathing on that concrete jetty, but they're obviously not going to be able to do that today. Just coming towards the end now of the promenade, and we just have the steps to go up. One last look. Those steps. Well, we made it. Got blown about a little bit, but we made it up those steps. And not too out of breath. Anyway, I hope you found this video interesting, and look forward to seeing the next one. Bye for now.
Bye.